Gender communication, a problem that you have no matter where you are, who you're talking to, or what's going on. You're always going to be talking to the opposite sex. Gender communication affects everyone, no matter if you're talking to a sibling, a parent, a co-worker, or someone that you love. You're always going to be talking to the opposite sex. Each gender communicates differently and shares their emotions and feelings differently. They talk about things and they show different nonverbal communication differently, and their interpretation of the communication is differently. During this speech, we're going to talk about the differences in communication and how one gender compares it to another gender and how they interpret it differently. If every gender spoke the same way, would everyone's communication be equal, or would our communication be difficult? Would men be more emotional, or would women be less emotional? Would men understand women more, or would men understand women less? Would our communication be similar as to what it is now, or different? And which gender would have to compromise? In this speech, we're going to learn about how to communicate easier and improving communication with opposite gender. A preview of this speech are topics in communication within the workplace, nonverbal communication, and things that can affect communication. The first thing we're going to talk about is communication in the workplace. During meetings, women are more likely to sit back and let men go. Men are more dominant to speak up, no matter if it's their opportunity to speak up or if they're just speaking up because they don't agree with something. Women, no matter what the situation is, are more likely to sit back, relax, and just go with the flow and hold in what they're thinking. A lot of men also hold leadership positions in a lot of companies, more so than women, because men have been in the workforce longer and have been working more than women have, and men are more likely to, because that's just the stereotype of men hold more power, they have a greater chance, they voice their opinions more, and women often step back and let men do the job. Just as I was saying, women are new to the workplace. Not everyone can see them. Not everyone always knows that they're there, because women used to sit at home and take care of things at home while the men was out in the workplace working. Handling a work environment is also a problem, because women reach out and talk to each other, as Walter von Saul said, while men withdraw when they feel let down and don't open up if they have a problem. The accomplishment of feelings too. If a man accomplishes things, he has a better ability to achieve the task, while women feel quality and the feelings in the relationship are more important to them than the accomplishment that they feel. Walter von Saul also stated that in the research that I did. Second is nonverbal communication. That can be anything from facial expressions to hand gestures to eye contact to nodding to anything that you do with your hands that you're not verbally speaking. Facial expressions is one. A lot of people misinterpret the way that facial expressions are sent. Like, some people, when they smile, that can mean they're happy, but for other people that can mean they're excited. Or when you frown, you could be sad, but really you're not sad. Head nodding. Simi Lieberman said that women do it to show that they are listening. Like, women do a head nod when they're talking to each other or when a man's talking to them to show that they are listening. While men view that as they're agreeing with the situation and agreeing with what's going on, and they understand that they can do better. Hand talking, a movement within the way communication is talking about. Eye contact Seymour Lieberman said women use a lot more eye contact when they're communicating than men do because women reach for that understanding and the level of eye contact they can understand the message better, while men get sidetracked. And then the natural body. Seymour Lieberman also said, women think natural body means that they are bored. Men are more likely to have a natural body. So when they're talking to the women, they think that they're bored. While men use natural body to show that they're listening. Last things that communication affects: power and authority, self-respect, job opportunity, equal communication, and good communication with leadership, a better relationship. So in all, communication, equality, and difference in the workplace, your nonverbal communication, and your effective communication all affect the gender communication that each gender has. So next time you're talking to the opposite gender, realize the emotion that you're putting into it, consider what the other gender is thinking and meaning, and work towards a positive outlook in that gender. Thank you. Y'all are supposed to do that.